Welcome back to Friends with Benefits Car Club, the channel where car news doesn't just get reported, it gets roasted, hyped, and thrown into the middle of should I sell a kidney for this debate. Today, we're talking about the Corvette CX Concept, Chevy's wild futuristic design study that looks like it escaped from a video game cutscene and decided to flex in real life. And that's the thing. Cars like this used to only live inside Gran Turismo or Forza. You'd boot up the game, scroll past the normal cars, and find some ridiculous Vision GT machine that made you think, yeah right, like we'll ever see that in real life. Fast forward to 2025, and Chevy's putting this thing on a stage, saying, here's the future folks. As a car community, we're living in fascinating times. The line between what's digital fantasy and what's possible in reality is blurring fast. The CX isn't just a design flex, it's a bold statement about where Corvette could be heading. And I'll be real, if they ever actually build this, I'd want it sitting right next to my dream Corvette collection. One thing Chevy nailed with the CX is balance. From some angles, you can clearly see the Corvette DNA. The bold nose, the muscular stance, the dual element taillights. Those are callbacks to Corvette's heritage. But then there's the canopy roof that looks like it belongs on a fighter jet, the body sculpting that feels straight out of sci-fi, and the low slung profile that screams hypercar. What do you think? Do you think Chevy struck the right balance here, or did they go too far into spaceship territory? Would you still call this a Corvette if you saw it on the street? The CX isn't just pretty, it's functional. Chevy went all in with a vacuum fan system that literally sucks air through the car to generate downforce, paired with active diffusers and wings that morph in real time, depending on speed. Even the suspension arms are wing-shaped to manage airflow. This is the kind of tech we used to only see on race cars, or in racing games when you maxed out the Aero upgrades. Seeing it baked into a concept like this is wild. Are we entering an era where aerodynamics are going to matter more than pure horsepower numbers? Would you rather brag about 2,000 horsepower or tell your buddies your car sticks to the road like Spider-Man on a glass wall? Let's talk power, because Corvette without a V8 feels almost like pizza without cheese. The CX ditches its throaty 8-cylinder for an all-electric setup, 4 independent motors, one at each wheel, producing over 2,000 horsepower. That's enough to make a Bugatti feel underdressed. This setup means insane torque, whilst vectoring, power can shift instantly between wheels for unmatched control. And with a 90 kilowatt hour battery mounted low, the balance is dialed in. Here's the debate. Would you trade the rumble of a big block V8 for silent neck snapping acceleration? Are we ready for Corvettes that whisper instead of roar? Or does losing the sound mean losing the soul? Inside, Chevy went full sci-fi. The canopy opens up dramatically, wrapping you in a snug Inferno red performance shell. The steering is controlled with a yoke loaded with integrated buttons, and the entire windshield doubles as a head-up display. It's immersive, futuristic, and unapologetically different. Now, I get it. Some of you are already rolling your eyes at the yoke. But remember when people complained about touch screens replacing buttons? Now every car has one. Concepts like this push us toward what's next. Your call. Would you embrace this fighter jet cockpit, or are you sticking with a traditional wheel and dials? Here's the part that blows my mind. This isn't just a design study. Chevy's dropping it into Gran Turismo 7. That means you'll be able to drive it virtually long before any prototype touches the Nürburgring. And that's such a full circle moment. When Vision GT cars first launched in gaming, they were pure fantasy. But over the years, we've seen automakers actually build versions of those digital creations. The CX is proof that those impossible cars we grew up racing are no longer impossible. Big question, do you think concepts like this should stay as dream machines in games? Or do you want to see manufacturers actually take the risk and build them? The CX isn't production ready. It's too extreme for regulations, budgets, or practicality. But that's the point. Concepts like this are test beds for ideas. Active Aero, electric hyperpower, fighter jet interiors. We might not get this exact car, but pieces of it will trickle down into the Corvettes of tomorrow. Think about it. We might see a C10 Corvette borrowing its roofline, aero tricks, or digital cockpit straight from the CX. That's how concepts shape reality. And for me personally, I've always dreamed of building a Corvette collection. Adding something like this, a car that represents Corvette's leap into the future, would be the crown jewel. So here's where I'll leave it. The Corvette CX Concept isn't just Chevy showing off, it's them asking us, the car community, what we want Corvette to become. Do we want the brand to double down on tradition? Or are we ready for something wild and futuristic that looks like it spawned straight out of Gran Turismo? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Would you daily drive a 2,000 horsepower EV Corvette? Do you think Chevy should actually build this or keep it in the digital world? And most importantly, would you call this a Corvette or is it something entirely new? If you enjoyed this deep dive, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring the bell icon so you'll never miss the latest breakdowns of wow concepts, future icons, and the cars that keep us dreaming. Share this with your friends and family. Let's grow this channel into the go-to pit stop for car culture. Until next time, remember, if the car you're driving doesn't make you feel like a superhero, you're driving the wrong one. Friends with Benefits Car Club, driving off.